Hey, what's going on, guys? Today I'm going to show you how to take a team that looks like this to a team that looks like this completely for free. You'll be able to do it in a relatively quick amount of time. So let me show you exactly how you're going to want to do that. So for me, when I first started, the first thing that I did is I went over here and I redeemed all the most available codes. I'll go ahead and put all the ones that I use down below, and it should get you anywhere between 2,500 and 3,500 gems. And on top of that, you will get a bunch of legendary tickets that you can use to get more units. And the biggest thing is about this all is it is to be patient, because no matter what, you will eventually get mythic units. So make sure you keep that in mind. The next most important thing you could do is with the codes. I'm going to put the most important one on the screen now. This is going to give you something called world jumpers. And with world jumpers, it basically allows you to skip through, it lets you skip through worlds without having to do all the acts. You might be thinking to yourself, well, that's not really that big of a deal, but it is. The main reason why it's such a big deal is because you complete a bunch of story units at the same time, ultimately giving you a bunch more gems in a quicker amount of time. And not only do you get more gems by using the world jumpers, you are also able to basically level up your troops faster because you're playing at higher levels and against higher level troops, which in turn gets you more experience. For example, if I go over to, I'll show you guys. For example, right, if I go over to Planet Namek, I am not going to get nearly as much experience by beating Act 3 or Act 2 than I would from going down here to Cape Carnival and completing Act 2. And that just doesn't make sense, because then how would because if that was the case, then you would be getting these types of levels at Planet Namek. That just doesn't make sense. So that's how you can ultimately level up your troops faster as well. So obviously, if you haven't been able to tell, the best way to get units is by getting more gems so that you can summon. And I'm sure everyone at this point in time knows how you summon. Everyone knows how to summon. Everyone likes to summon. Everyone loves the feeling of when you pull a mythic troop. I get it. Everyone knows, okay? Everyone knows. Look at my nose. But I feel like one thing that a lot of people skip out on or don't really do is take advantage of infinite challenges. I've already done mine for the day because I don't have Undead Tomb unlocked. However, it does take a lot of time to sit down and go through these infinites. I do it while I'm doing other work. I'll just casually have my second monitor on doing them. Make sure you do them. Not only will it make you look less of a noob by getting more experience quicker, but you get a lot of gems to then summon. On top of this, you won't have to spend Robux to get better spins, because that's stupid. That's stupid. Don't fall for the trap. Don't spend your Robux. Don't spend your hard-earned Robux on getting higher chances of getting mythic units. Guys, you don't have to. I've made it this far and only playing this game for 5 days, and I've probably only spent 12 hours playing the game. So if you guys think this is a pretty solid team, I was able to do this very, very quickly. One thing that I also forgot to add earlier, that is very, very beneficial and unique to using the world jumpers, is that you save a lot of time. I would say on average an act will take anywhere between 15 to 20 minutes. So depending on that, if you're able to skip all of those, let me do the math in my head, that's an hour and a half, or I guess an hour and 15 minutes that you're saving, which to some people might not be a big deal, but for people like me that are doing 24-hour challenges and trying to cram in as much stuff and information and everything that they can in a video in a short amount of time, that's something that's extremely necessary that you have to do. Another thing that you can do, or rather another tip that you can do to get more gems a lot more efficiently, is to, I know a lot of people, I know playing with other people are contagious. However, almost every single day, you will have a multiplayer task. And I never did my daily multiplayer task because I refused to play with other people and I avoided them like they were the bubonic plague. However, I pulled up my big boy pants and I decided to do it. But I did it by just joining random portals. This is the next biggest step that I would say to getting more mythic units, is don't be scared to jump in a portal. There's a bunch of people congregated around it. Yeah, I probably wouldn't. Maybe they have a group. But if you see a portal and it's been open for a little bit, go ahead and jump in it, because especially if you don't have your daily quest done, it makes you, especially if you don't have your daily multiplayer quest done, because it makes it a lot easier for you to just basically do multiplayers without having to ask people. That's the biggest thing for me that I enjoy doing it, is because I didn't have to talk to players to like basically ask if I could do portals with them. If they wanted to use my portals, I could just do it, which is something that I think is super, super beneficial that not a lot of people talk about. So basically, if you're someone new, if you're someone that's just now, is this guy doing an intro? I think this guy's doing a YouTube intro. That's funny. There's so many people that make content in this game. Yo, this guy's giving me a kiss. Yo, this guy's giving me a fat little smooch here. Hey, what's up, man? Do you think he knows he's giving me a smooch? Oh, speaking of joining portals, yeah, I have not unlocked it yet. I can't do it. Unfortunate. He was doing that to troll me. As I was saying, This is a prime example of using other people's portals. Like, this is one that you should definitely jump in. And another great way to basically get better units or better troops right away is to take advantage of doing the Infinity Castle. I did my first one earlier and I got 300 gems just by completing one. And they didn't take very long at all. It took me maybe 15 minutes to complete the room with a somewhat decent team, which you don't need mythics to do, by the way. You could do it without it. However, it does make it a lot easier. So maybe that isn't the greatest tip to be getting a stronger unit right away. However, it is a great way to get more summons a lot quicker. And once again, I do want to reiterate, I'll shove it down your throat if I have to, complete your daily task. You get a certain bonus when you complete every single daily task. So if you can do them all, once again, I know talking to people is scary, but if you can bury that hatchet down, you will get more mythics, you will get more gems, you will get more summons. And if you use all your codes, if you do your daily units every day, if you do Infinity Castles, if you already beat the main game, then unfortunately, you're just a good player. And you probably already have an incredible team. So why are you watching this video anyways? I'll see you guys tomorrow.